All right, whenever you're ready, man.
So, here we are, Rook Audio, new spot. Congratulations. With John Ferren, our rep here. Isn't he a handsome fellow? He's looking good too.
Yes, sir.
We're traveling the Florida highways and byways, and we thought we'd stop by and see our buddy here and talk about the new 62Z mixer, which is part of the family of products that we introduced at the NAMM show. John had a good time, we had a good time. It's one of the products we introduced. Everybody knows DJ Z-Trip. DJ Z-Trip spent some time with us thinking about what he wanted in a new mixer, and we came up working together with Z-Trip with the new 62Z. There's a little brother to this mixer that doesn't have these cosmetics. This is a special Z-Trip finish, Shepherd Ferry design, the layout, the colors, and the knob scheme, so that it's easy for a DJ to operate. This has, of course, Serato Scratch Live built inside it, so we can start there. We're the sole licensee and distributor of Serato Scratch Live products at Rane. We build the hardware and they keep the software humming along. This has its own internal sound card built inside it, so when a DJ is running Scratch Live, all he has to do is plug his computer in. But the remarkable new thing about this mixer is that it has two USB ports. This is one of the remarkable things. There's USB-A and USB-B. So if a DJ is playing in the club using Scratch Live, like thousands and thousands of DJs are, and you want to make a transparent changeover, it's very, very simple now because the hardware dictates what the software does. So I'm spinning first because John is always going to finish the show. I'm on USB-A, and you can see the control strips are both turned to USB-A for input program number 1 and input program number 2. When John plugs his computer into USB-B, all he has to do is turn this control. When he turns that control, the software reflects that he's turned the control and he's now ready to play. So it shows him visually and supports visually. There's no switch required inside the software other than him turning the control. So let's do an example. I'm playing, I'm on A, I crossfade over, John comes in and goes, "I'm ready to take over, Mike." I go, "Great." He sees that the program is in use. He turns to B and loads a track on his computer. It's seen. We crossfade over, John's now playing. So you're in a situation where the transfer from DJ to DJ is completely transparent. There's no other information required. This is unique to the 62 and the 62Z. What we wanted to do is we wanted to supply a mixer where DJs could take it around the world and have a very, very simple and transparent transfer from one player to the other. Also great for club applications where a club has a mixer installed and so many DJs are using Scratch Live. This simplifies the process so much. That's a very, very key ingredient on the mixer. But the mixer does so much more. This mixer has a 20-channel sound card built in it, and we ship it with ASIO and Core Audio drivers. So if you're using another party software, if there's another party software that you'd like to use, you have the capability to do that with the mixer as well. If you're an Ableton customer, you're using one of the other DJ programs, Ableton Live is a great program. They do a wonderful job. You can use this mixer as the foundation to play that program as well, and there are others. The mixer has its own internal effects engine built in it, and we've learned about effects processing over the years. We're a professional audio company, so we have people who write our own effects, and the effects are very, very easy to operate. Simply a matter of engaging the effect in the mixer, turning it on, and pushing the appropriate button for the effect that you like. You can see the screen displays that we're switching effect. The effect parameters are easily changed. The time of the effect, by tapping the switch, the new display shows you the time element. You can also change the time manually for smaller increases if you like. The effects switch in real time. There's no transient pops, so you can go from one effect to the other instantly in the mix, and you have a transparent change of effect, which is very, very interesting and also very effective. Another great thing, of course, is that not only our effects engine is available, but the Scratch Live effects engine is available right there on the USB insert. So when you're using Scratch Live's effects, all you simply have to do is touch the insert button, and now you could be running their effect engine and ours on top of each other. But John always tells me there's more. Here's the external insert, which means that you can have a hardwired effect from the mixer. So if you own an existing effect that you purchased, a Pioneer Effects processor, something done by Novation or one of the other people, simply do the send return, a chaos pad, send return from that effect, and add that into the mix as well. So 3 effects processors running simultaneously in the mixer if you like. The mixer, of course, has Rane's patented magnetic faders in all positions, so both the channel faders and the cross fader are the non-contact magnetic fader that last forever and ever. We teach you how to service them as well, so if you need, the fader does change, there are ways you can service it. We give you that information in the manual. All the faders contour, so you can change the cut speed of all the faders. They all reverse position, so you can hamster the fader if you want to go from the top to bottom when you're scratching, or bottom to top. The mixer has our our accelerated slope tone control, so there's 3-band tone control for each channel. When you're in the off position, you're completely off. When you turn that down, you don't hear anything in the mix at all. And we added a filter to each one of the channels, so there's a bandpass filter to each one of the channels to supplement the tone control. So there's a filter, rotary control for each one of the channels, starting with low frequency, adding low frequency to full output, and cutting away low frequency to high frequency, adding high frequency only to the mix. Let's see. The mixer has an aux insert, which is very, very nice because it adds an additional channel dimension to the mixer, and this is set up in the software. Most DJs know that a sample player was added to Scratch Live several years ago, the SP6 sample player, and it's available through the aux insert. So when the aux is engaged on the USB insert, you have an additional channel right here through the SP6 sample player. So if we want to run a track in the background, if I tap this button and the mixer was plugged in to the computer, this strip changes from the cue points to the sample points, and all 24 samples are available to me through this strip right here. When I'm in the cue mode, 5 samples for the left deck, 5 samples for the right deck. Switch it into sample mode. Here's the A bank of samples, the B bank, the C bank, and the D bank, and there are 3 samples per side. So 4 times 6, 24. Back to how the USB insert works. Add a sample right here. Change the level of the sample on the aux insert. It's running in the background. Both of these channels are available to me now to play from. So what I've added is a 3rd channel to the mixer with its own filter, so I can take, John likes to build instrumentals. So I've got a drum sample, I have a bass sample, I have a vocal sample. I could be building a mix and then playing against 2 sources from Scratch Live right here. So 3 channels on the mixer with a full bandpass filter. Remember that we mentioned that there are recording capabilities in the mixer. So something for a DJ to remember, that if you've practiced and you're well versed, you could be recording your set simultaneously, which is a very, very nice feature. You could be working on your own mixtapes with the mixer and recording sources. And you have selections of what you want to record, whether it be program 1, program 2, the mic, the mix output, or the aux on the mixer, all available for you to record. The mixer has access to looping, so the left strip and the right strip both reflect the left deck and the right deck on looping. There's an auto mode and a manual mode. You can set your own loop manually, drop in and out of the loop. Or you can, if you've done the proper analyzing in Scratch Live, which we recommend, which is making sure that your tunes are non-corrupt and ready to play, and it adds a beat marker to the track as well. When you're in auto mode, when you switch into auto mode, you drop into the loop. This control selects the length of the loop that you might want to play. So on the software you can see it'll start at a 16th or a 32nd of a bar, and it'll go all the way out to 32 bars. I select what length of loop I want. Let's say it's a 4-bar loop, and I hit the in button and it drops into 4 bars and loops continually. I can drop that loop and shorten it simply by clicking once. It halves the loop to 2 bars, again to 1 bar, to a half a bar. So I can increase and decrease the length of the loop using the control. Very, very nice feature. I can loop roll, meaning that I can drop into a loop in the track, and when I release the loop, it goes back, the playhead goes back to the position of the track like I hadn't dropped the loop at all. Very, very nice features. So if a DJ wants something where he has complete control, he needs no external control, he wants a recording mechanism, he wants a very, very good playback mechanism in the digital vinyl world, the 62Z brings it all. You learn this mixer, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you like. Be world famous, like Z-Trip. That's why I selected it, that's why he helped us build it. So, hey, there's a great location right here. Great dealer right here. Somebody who can help you with this mixer. If you have questions, of course, you can check Rook Audio. You can always call Rane Corporation. We have 4 full-time guys at the factory who do nothing but answer DJ questions from 8:30 to 5. And we're proud to be an American audio manufacturer, building this gear and having DJs all over the world support us. So, questions? Hey, check Rook. I can help you out. Thanks so much. Mike May. Later.